Awesome. That way, if you guys have to hop off, don't sweat it. We are all moms. We all know the life with kids is unpredictable. My three are supposedly sleeping, so we'll see if anyone comes in. But don't sweat it if you have to hop off. I will have this recorded, and then you'll have it in the group by tomorrow afternoon, depending on how I feel when we get off the call. So I just want to first say, you guys, I'm so proud of you. Jumping into this is not easy. It can be overwhelming. You're working on your own fitness journey. You have families, you have jobs, you have other obligations. And for you guys to show up as consistent as you have in the trainings and just in communication with me and each other, it's so encouraging. It's so refreshing as a coach to see that and to see that environment, and for you guys to all feel, I hope you feel this way, it seems like it, comfortable enough with each other and cheering each other on. Because that's what I had with Meg. And I'll tell you right now that it doesn't always happen with every group of new coaches. So it is special. It is kind of cool. So the more you guys can get to know each other and connect and just bounce ideas off of each other and pair up, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, will just be better for you, because you'll meet friends. You'll have more people that you connect with other than just me on the team. And I think that's when the team unity and the culture and just feeling a part of something really begins to click, when you start building those friendships with each other. So I'm just really proud of you guys. I see it already. It's really cool. It's really encouraging and refreshing to see it. So great job. What I want to talk to you guys about tonight is just kind of 5 things to expect moving forward. Tiffany and I are both 38 weeks tomorrow, where we have like the same due date, Tiffany Thompson and I. So if we both go MIA for some reason, you know it's coming up, right? Did your checkup go good today, by the way?
It did. I'm only like 1.5 centimeters and 50% effaced. So I think I'm going to do elective induction, like at like 39 and 4. I think that's what I'm going to do. Just because I work 40 minutes from home. I'm 50 minutes from the hospital. Like and I was induced with my son, so I don't know what it's like to go into natural birth or labor. So I'm a little freaked out, honestly.
I haven't either. So I had a C-section, and then Hayden, my doctor was leaving for vacation on her due date. So I talked him into, I was freaking out. I'm like, you talked me into this VBAC and now you're leaving for vacation? And in Florida, they don't push for VBACs. Like you can, I mean, it's very rare that they would do a VBAC. So there was only one other doctor at that hospital that would do it. And I'm like, what happens if both of you are gone? So my contractions, and he stripped my membranes. And then 24 hours later, we went to the hospital because I was just going crazy, and he broke my water. And so we just sat and waited for 19 hours for her to come.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm trying to avoid that this time. but so I don't know what it's like either. So I'm like a walking time bomb, just the same, like, So, but if you see us both go MIA, that's why. Maybe they'll share a birthday. We'll see. But anyways, so before, I have this baby, I just wanted to make sure you guys have the next steps of what to expect, and kind of give you guys some direction and some focus for the next 2 or 3 weeks. My plan is to take, if you saw the post in the Big Team page, I don't want to say maternity leave or like take time off, because I'll still be posting and running challenge groups, and I have goals that I want to hit as well, and I'll still be reachable. It's just obviously my time is going to be limited. So I just want to make sure you guys have a plan and know where to go for answers and resources and stuff. So this week we're going to finish off social media. Carrie's asked some questions about Instagram and posting to Instagram and hashtags. There's been some other questions on like apps and stuff like that. And that's all in the website training. Did you guys see the checklist post that I posted a couple days ago? That's all in there as well. So once you complete that checklist and make it through these next few days, there'll be it's called Thinkific, and it's a website, and you'll just go in and you'll sign in and create a free login, and there'll be 2 phases of training right in there. And so we're going to finish the social media out. We're going to go over a few more topics, give you guys an opportunity to ask questions each day. Don't hesitate to ask questions with those videos. That's what they're there for. That's what the group is for. So we'll finish that off on Sunday. And then so the second thing I wanted to mention is I want you between now and Sunday, preferably if you take longer, that's fine, but start making your way through that checklist. That checklist, so that was, I was hoping to have that ready by the beginning of March, but my assistant had some family illnesses, so between the two of us, and it just took a little bit longer. So now that you have it, this would be something that I would give you before you jumped into all this training. So this checklist is going to help you make sure your Shakeology is set. It's going to give you the exact steps to change your Shakeology if you need to, how to stay active as a coach, how to earn an income as a coach, setting up your direct deposit, setting up your coach profile online, all those business office basics that we really haven't covered yet, because I think that stuff can be done pretty quickly. And I wanted to make sure you guys got into some good stuff before we waited on this when we didn't have a fluid system. So make sure you go through that checklist. That'll set up your back office and get you familiar with that stuff. It's super simple. But it's important to have that stuff done. Showing you how to use ShareAcart. I'm trying to think of what else is on there. You'll hear a video from me welcoming you to the team and what to expect. And then going over Success Club and Success Starter and those terms and stuff. So it's very valuable. So start working on that a little bit, maybe a video a day here and there. And it's a Google form. So you'll be able to check it off when you go and do it, if that makes sense. If you save it, and then you'll be able to go back in and check it off, and then I will get notifications that you've subscribed or that you've completed those kinds of things. So, so checklist. The third thing is the website, and I'm going to see if I can pull it up so you guys can see. If I remember my stuff. Is anyone else awful with that? I never remember anything. I would
Someone
always
just has to figure out one password and they can get into my life.
Pretty much. I bounce between two of them. I always, my assistant's name is Delana, and I'm like, Delana, what's my password? She's like, it's either this or that. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. Okay, so I think this is what you guys will see. I've only gone into Mix. So this is, you'll go into, it's called Brittany's-school.thinkific, and you'll have access to all that website, so you don't have to worry about that. So get started with coaching. I think, okay, so it's not going to show me phase 2 because I'm acting like a student right now. It'll be phase 2. So building blocks to basics. So if I push resume, let's see if this will work. It'll take you into this, and you'll see all the videos on your left. Yeah, right here. So you'll see all of this, and you'll just be able to how to set up your websites and use ShareAcart. And so when you click on this, here's a video on how to use ShareAcart. And some of these we've already done. So you'll see, if you see it pop up, skip it because we've already done them. I've already plugged them into the 2-week training that we did. So sharing your journey authentically, we've done. The vital behaviors we've talked about. Social media makeover we've done. Attraction marketing we've done. Creating your list of 100. This would be a great video to start off with. And going through this. What is success? So you see how this all works. You'll watch the video, and then there's a button down here. Hopefully you can see it that says next. And you'll be able to click next. Okay, so this will take you through, oh, this has phase 2 right in it as well. So you'll go to video 12 and then phase 2 will start. And I think your guys' is set up different. Like once you complete this video, then it'll unlock phase 2. So then you can go into phase 2, which this is helping your first customers, Instagram stories, running your first free group, and kind of going into what's Emerald, how to hit Success Club, all that kind of stuff. Does this make sense? Does this kind of give you guys some direction on as we go into like the business building of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Okay. So this stuff is coming, I promise. What's happened in the past is, and it's hard because some coaches, are ready to like go at it and they want all the answers. And then sometimes you have a group that's like, I need baby steps. Like, I just need to know how to log into my Team Beachbody account right now. So go at the pace that's comfortable with you. With this website, I will be able to check in. I'll be able to see where you're at. There'll be kind of what we have in the group of some call to action so that you're messaging me so that I know that you're consistently doing these. We're in dialogue. So just because you have these videos and you have this website doesn't mean that I go obsolete, okay? You can still message me, text me, follow the call to actions on there. 2 things that I would do while you're watching these videos is have a pen and paper with you, maybe a small journal. I have like a journal that's like, it's literally like this big. And I keep it for trainings and stuff like that, or questions that I have for Meg. So I would just get something small. It can be a pad of paper. It can be, Post-it notes. You should see my office. I'm a Post-it note queen. I have neon green Post-it notes all over my space. So however is going to work for you to write down questions. So as you watch these videos, you can write down some questions. Once you get to 4 or 5 questions, why don't you text me, message me, and say, hey, can we set up a time to chat real quick? Or if I've just had the baby, hey, I'm going to send you some 5 questions. Can you help me with the answers? And I'll, respond back in a message or a voice text or whatever. Or, go into the team and do a live video if I think they're important questions that more people might have. You know what I mean? So asking those questions will be great. The other thing you can do is if you don't want to write them down and wait for me, you are more than welcome to post in the new coach group. Hey, I had a question on video 9 about hitting Emerald. And then post your question. And if I don't answer right away, then that might give you guys the opportunity to jump in and also answer. Or there's coaches that have gone through the training before, or coaches who have been coaches for a while that can answer that question as well. So you'll be able to get a response a little bit faster and meet some other people, and you guys as new coaches have the opportunity to help people out too. Okay, so as you're watching those trainings, there's 2 ways to I would definitely have a pen and paper, write down your questions, thoughts that you had, ideas that you had, and then go from there as far as posting in the new coach group or directly messaging me and asking me the question. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so on that website, you might have seen where it says walking through your free group. Okay, and this is where a free group can be really anything you want. My groups have evolved into, I have the Mom's Health First group right now where we're going through the devotion and we're, a little bit chatty about health and fitness, but it's really just getting to know people, getting them to know me. And that's what the free group is supposed to do for you. So there's no right or wrong way to run a free group. You can do a 5-day clean eating if you want. You could run like a plank challenge and give them 2 variations of planks each day if you wanted to do something with fitness. You could do, I have some girls that do, a grateful challenge. And so for 7 days, they come in and they write down 3 things that they're thankful for each day. And maybe she's sharing a quote or something that helps with her. So, so clean eating, it can be something with fitness. It can be you just simply sharing a recipe a day and saying, hey, for 6 days, I'm going to share our family favorite dinners for 6 days. Would anyone be interested in joining me to see, what the recipe is and how I make it or whatever. And then maybe invite them to share their family favorite recipes. And by the end of the group, you have all of these different recipes that you guys can kind of share. So it's getting those relationships started, having a common ground to talk about, giving them something for free, and helping them in some way in their journey as a mom, as a wife, if they struggle with anxiety or if they're struggling with a devotion. If that's something that hit home for you when you were working with me, you could do the YouVersion app, which is free on iPhones or Android, and there's a ton of like motherhood 7-day devotions. And maybe you guys run a mini challenge group like that. That's just meeting new moms where they're at. And you can tie in your health and fitness in there if you want to. But if you want something a little bit more structured, you can, there'll be resources given to you when you do that video on there, as far as here's the meal plan, here's a template, this is how you can run it, this is what your post will be every day, and get them engaged and everything that way. So Carrie, you had asked me how to invite people off your post or things like that. This would be, last week we did that. You did your posts and you engaged with those people in conversation. This would be something that you could invite them to and say, hey, I'm running this free group on X day, or I would maybe do like April 2nd, after Easter. Maybe you do a kick the sugar for 5 days after, a fun Easter. Everyone kind of needs to get back on track a little bit. So, April 2nd might be that great day to run a free group. Does that make sense? Anyone have any ideas? Does that scare someone to run a free group? A little bit?
I think I more struggle with, because I have everything private on Facebook. I have a hard time getting over that. Like, I'm good with doing the public stuff on Instagram. I think I'm getting more comfortable with that. And I just downloaded the app last week. So, I haven't even had Instagram before, but the whole doing Facebook and kind of opening up to that, it's almost like I feel like I want a separate page for it, because I just struggle with like putting everything out there. And just because with working in retail, I have so many people that kind of get into my business, and I'm a store manager, so I kind of have to keep that separate. So that's where my struggle is doing that. And I know it has to happen on Facebook. I know we need to have our groups on Facebook, and I'm good with that, but I'm just struggling on how to go about doing it.
You can keep your profile private. You can make certain posts public if you want. There's a set, like before you post, it'll say, like, I forget what it looks like, but you can say public, or you can say friends of friends, or just friends, or whatever. So maybe if it's just like an invite group, make that public.
Okay.
And see what happens. And then you can bring them from Instagram. If you meet them on Instagram, ask them if they're on Facebook, and just invite them to that group.
Okay.
And just give them the link to the group. You have to be friends with them on Facebook, I think. But by then you've kind of screened them, built a relationship, kind of, gone over that. And that's fine. I'm not here to pressure you guys to do anything you're not comfortable doing. Like, there's no point to do something you or your family is not comfortable with. And if you go as time goes on and you grow and you're more comfortable, great. If not, there's so many ways to build this business that's not going to hinder you. It's just knowing that up front. So Instagram might be more your avenue to meet people that are your niche across the board versus Facebook. And that's okay. And your free group is going to be more your friends and family members and that stuff anyway. And that, it's kind of for two purposes. One, to build those relationships and help them see what you're doing, but also two, to give you that confidence to run a group and to talk to people. And I think Michelle and Tiffany, you both said it, that it would be easier to post and share to a bunch of strangers than it is like and it totally is. Like, I do not care about my like page, but sometimes when I share my personal page, I'm like, ooh, I wonder if so-and-so would see something like that, and like what do they say? Or like my mom's uncle will comment, and I'm like, this is so weird.
You're like, that post wasn't for you. You're not supposed to comment. Yeah,
I'm like, you're not expecting mom. Why are you commenting? So so weird. But you know, I'm 5 years, I've gotten, you know, kind of used to it. And like I said, I think in my video, or I commented on it, I said, like, I still like hesitate to do videos in front of Matt because I'm like, I feel like he's just staring at me going, what are you doing? You know, I see all these coaches like going through their day on Instagram and their spouses are in the back and da-da-da, and I'm like, I can't. Like, there's so I still have reservations with social media too. Like, I still, 5 years in, I'm a huge introvert, and so it's a lot for me to do what I do on social media, and as it is. So you're not alone. It's definitely something that you grow, and it's one of those things that you get more comfortable the more you do it. So does that help? Like, yeah. just know you're not alone. Like, it's a big deal. And
then I'm like half embarrassed because I don't even know how to like use anything. I mean, I just use Facebook to like peruse, and that's how I stumbled upon you to begin with. I'm like, oh, I like her. I like her message. I like what she's about. And then I just was following. I'm like, oh, this is good. She's motivating, you know. I mean, but that's all I do. Like, I don't post. I mean, I've posted like 4 things 2 days in a row. Like, that's huge for me. I don't ever post.
But that's great. So do that for a couple weeks and just start gaining confidence as you build relationships too. Like, it'll all come. Because I remember, if I think I can go back to my Instagram or even like my Facebook page and show you guys like what I would post when I first started. Like, we all start somewhere and we can only go up.
Yeah.
There's always good things, and you'll learn so much more in that training. And as stuff comes up, Anna, I have some awesome guest speakers lined up for when I'm for April, and Anna Bruce is going to share how to take good photos and apps that she uses, and her pictures are beautiful, like bright, totally doable. So she's going to share stuff like that with you guys. So as you grow through your business, apps will change, filters, all that kind of stuff. So we'll go over that in the website training, and Anna, and there's always videos for you guys to watch on that. But with the free group too, you guys can pair up if you guys feel more comfortable running it together, like 2 or 3 of you or all of you running it together. That might help you just have more people involved, have more interaction. If you all bring 5 or 6 people to that group versus you running one group with 5 people. So if you guys want to team up, a few of you or all of you, that's something to think about too. So if you want to team up, if you prefer to have a partner, you can message me, or you can, again, post in that group and say, hey, does anyone want to do a free group together, and see, if you guys all run one together and each of you take a day to post or whatever. So that's always something in mind too. And I will make a note and share some templates for free groups that we have used in the past as a team in the new coach group, so you guys can get some ideas and have some tools in your pocket. Okay. How we doing? Good? Yeah. Okay. Last thing, and this is you'll go over this in your checklist, but I just wanted to touch base with you guys on it while I have you. You're going to hear Success Club. You're going to hear Success Starter. These are kind of benchmarks that we have for new coaches in the business. Success Club is a monthly goal, and it goes Success Club 5 or Success Club 10. And you get Success Club points by people purchasing challenge packs or enrolling as a coach with a challenge pack, or on Shakeology Home Direct, or with a performance stack. Performance stack. I don't know what I want to say. So each of those are worth 2 points. So Shakeology Home Direct used to be worth 1, which is why we have Success Club 5, but now it's basically Success Club 6, because getting a 5 is very rare. So your goal as a coach, if you want to build a business, at minimum is Success Club 6. That means you've helped 3 people that month get started with a challenge pack or Shakeology or the performance line. If you want to double that, then you go to Success Club 10. And that's helping 5 people. And so when you hit Success Club 5 or higher for your first 3 months as a coach, so most of you guys started in February, like the end of February, beginning of March. So depending on when your start date was, if it was February, then you have March, April, May. If it was March, you have March, April, May, or April, May, June, if that makes sense. And I can talk to you guys on individual levels on that to figure out exactly what that is for you. But that's Success Starter. And if you become a Success Starter, you will get there's a gift from me that I do, and then you also earn your ticket to Summit. And Summit is our big coaching event every year. This year it's in Indianapolis. If Summit sounds interesting to you, it's the end of June, and it's in Indianapolis. And I think there's a special on the ticket for $155 for the month right now. And that gets you into all your trainings, all the events, all the workouts, the Super Saturday workout, all that kind of stuff. It's a great experience. It's a time commitment, but it's a ton of fun. And I think we are still going as of now. So we'll see. I think we're making a week-long vacation out of it. We'll bring the kids, and Matt will just stay with the kids at like an Airbnb or something. So if you get Success Starter, you'll earn your Summit ticket for next year. So it's a pretty cool gift. Just Beachbody's gift to you for saying, good job starting your business and starting off on the right foot. So that is available for you. Now, Carrie had asked about starting a challenge group, and let's say someone's ready to go, and we've kind of touched on this a couple weeks when we first started the training. If someone's like, hey, I want to do exactly what you're doing, and they purchased the Beachbody On Demand Shakeology Challenge Pack, now they have a challenge pack, how do we get them started? I am here to help you with that. So if you have someone that gets started, we'll walk through steps together. We can talk through messages, or I'll send you the resources that you'll get in the website training ahead of time. But what you can do is plug them into the challenge group that I have running, Let's Rock 2018. You can plug them in there. That way they have a space. You have somewhere to put them. And then in the meantime, I'm working with my assistant to put together like a checklist like you guys have, but for challengers. Okay, so we'll and then I'll be able to share that with you guys so that you guys can kind of streamline that and get them set up so that they go, okay, this is my Shakeology, and this is how I log into BOD, and this is how I navigate BOD, and this is how I set up my portion control containers, and this is my bracket, and now I have to email my meal plan to my coach and kind of walk them through setting it up so that they're ready to go. I run my groups a little bit different because mine is just ongoing the way that it's now set up. But what you guys might want to do is start thinking about a challenge group start date for April. So I still set the goal to help, 5 or 6 new challengers by April 9th. So you'll see me posting for a challenge group that's starting April 9th, but it's just going into that Let's Rock 2018 group. Where what you can do is we have a 21-day challenge group template. So you could start your challenge group on April 9th or April, what's the next Monday after that? 15th? Is that right? 16th. So you could start your challenge group on April 9th or the 16th. And you could run it with that challenge group, like a challenge group guide. And again, you could team up with someone. I teamed up for the first year that I was a coach with my success partner, Ariel. So it just helps you get more people in there. and kind of share the workload. And again, there's Beachbody even provides you with challenge group templates. So if you're sitting here going, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, like how would I run a challenge group? Beachbody walks you through all of that. And so if you go into, I'll share this with you so you guys can see. So you'll go into your Coach Online office and you'll go into, oh my gosh, this internet is like driving me crazy. So you'll click Grow My Business and then it'll say Challenge Group Tools. And you'll click on Challenge Group Tools. And once you click on Challenge Group Tools, you can click on Challenge Group Guides, and then a column with all of the programs will show up. And then there's one that's called Multi-Program. And so people are choosing different programs this way. It's not program specific. Or you could just start everybody on 21 Day Fix or PIO or something and run a program specific challenge group if that's what you're comfortable with. I would sneeze, but it won't come out. Does that make sense? Yes, kind of. Okay. And again, like that website training is going to help you talk through and how to connect with people and how to post if you're ready. If running a challenge group is not something that you're wanting to do right away, but you want to help people, you are welcome to help them one-on-one, or you are welcome to help them and then plug them into my group for accountability. It's totally wherever you're at in your journey. But I think that you guys could all run a challenge group on April 16th and start that for 21 days, or April 9th, whatever you feel ready to go to and post about and invite to. Yeah, challenge group tools. Yeah, I was right. Okay, so let's say challenge group tools and then go to challenge group guides. And there's even sample challenge group invite posts in there. So if you're feeling stuck, you can always go to that section of your Coach Online office and go to training, and then there's tons of stuff in there as well. Helpful? Yes? Okay. So just because this group will not have a daily post after Sunday does not mean you guys don't like, you can't post. If you're going through that training, you guys are all probably going through that training at a similar time. So please feel free to come in and ask questions, share what's working, share your posts like Carrie did this morning, like, hey, I put this post up, can I get some love? Like, that's what we're here for, so we can support you and learn about you and learn your journey. And I can go in and help you and say, hey, I wouldn't say that, or, you know, here's this post, or this was a great picture, or try and maybe work on your lighting, or whatever the case may be, just to help you in your social media as well and give you some constructive criticism. Okay? All right, awesome. I'm going to wrap this up because otherwise it'll cut it off. But thank you for hopping on. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have questions, post them in the new coach group. And again, I'm just really proud of you guys. Thanks for hopping on. Sleep well.